Doctor, you said the truth would set us free. Should we tell him? The guards would never hear.
And risk changing history.
What was it that he didn't want the guards to overhear?
Religion. Newton is an Arian, a heretical sect. The followers of Arius, denounced at the Council of Nicaea in 354. You know, I keep meaning to nip back there and have a look one day.
Time travel is impossible. If you kill me as a child, then I will not have captured you. Therefore, you will not travel back to kill me. And so I live, and so I capture you. A loop.
As the doctor said, ridiculous.
Exactly. If time travel were possible, then how do you explain...
Why we are not overrun with visitors from the future? But what if there is no future? What if the Earth does not survive long enough for time travel to be discovered? Or at least is so disrupted that study is impossible?
Then we cannot be time travellers.
Unless you are not from Earth, but from somewhere else, some world where time travel is a reality. Quartering you would solve that mystery. If you are an alchemist, you will have studied any manner of forbidden teachings. You know the heretic Arius, Doctor?
I know of him, yes.
He suggests that our Lord Jesus was created by God, not eternally begotten, but created. He suggests that God the Father and God the Son are not always contemporary.
Yet you surely believe them to be one being.
But what if they did not always exist at the same time? What if that held true for people like you, people who travel through time?
This is going from bad to worse.
All this from a handful of coins?
I'm so glad you didn't pay by debit card.
Different incarnations, and yet the same person. And thus could loops in time be made more pliable. It would not always be the same aspect, the same you who would do the travelling.
Surely God would not allow it. What would stop me from travelling back and I don't know, shooting the serpent before it tempted Eve, saving you all a lot of trouble?
The most beautiful system of the sun, planets and comets could only proceed from the counsel and dominion of eternal God.
Meaning?
God balances the celestial bodies, sets them in their orbits and holds them in place. He would not allow such chaos.
So we're agreed, time travel is impossible.
And I should hang you.
Now.
Interesting. You would place yourself in hazard rather than allow my speculations to continue. This last coin, the triangle.
Pretty, isn't it?
The pictograms are possibly Oriental. I am no expert. I believe it comes from a time far more distant than the rest.
Because it's a triangle?
It is more radical in design. It suggests the powers of Europe have fallen to the heathen. Kingdoms rise, kingdoms fall. It is the way of things, but look here. It shows the solar system on the reverse.
Does it?
15 planets, far more than we are aware of.
But you haven't seen that many, even with your telescopes.
But we shall, once the opticians perfect better mirrors.
But they don't have the tools to do it.
Not in my lifetime.
Mister, listen carefully. If anything happens, I want you to get into the TARDIS.
I wish you'd stop saying that. I'm not letting you out of my sight.
Get into the TARDIS and close the door.